ghosts are bleeding through the frost upon the glass. I'm watching all the shadows in the silhouettes that pass. The meter clicks in silence like a heart that's lost its beat, tracing jagged lines across this lonely leather seat. I am a footnote in a city, written in a rush, a quiet stroke of grey amidst a vibrant neon brush. The world outside is breathing with a pulse I cannot feel, locked behind the cold embrace of glass and spinning wheels. We're drifting through the arteries of streets I used to name, but every corner turn just feels like more of all the same. Another 100 meters, and the distance turns to miles. The world is trading glances, and it's trading hollow smiles. You look so busy living with the fire in your veins. Well, I am just the residue of all the summer rains. The earth revolves on axes that I'll never understand. A stranger in a taxi in a dark and distant land. I see the lovers tangle in the glow of amber light. They look so sure of morning in the middle of the night. The driver is a statue staring at the empty road, carrying the weight of every secret, every load. He doesn't ask me where I'm going or where I've ever been. He only counts the red lights and the ghosts I've held within. Maybe I should tell him to just pull over to the side, but there's no shore in sight across this black and rising tide. Let the numbers climb until they shatter on the floor. I've forgotten what it is I'm even searching for. Another 100 meters, and the distance turns to miles. The world is trading glances, and it's trading hollow smiles. You look so busy living with the fire in your veins. Well, I am just the residue of all the summer rains. The earth revolves on axes that I'll never understand. A stranger in a taxi in a dark and distant land. 0.1, 0.2, the numbers keep on rising as I'm passing through. 0.3, 0.4, I don't belong to any of these streets anymore. Just let the meter run until the night begins to fade. In this empty backseat where my memories are laid. White noise blooming like a paper flower in the air. Faded voices drifting through a world that doesn't care. The driver turns the dial, searching for a ghost of a tune. Underneath the cold and pale reflection of the moon, I'm a frequency that's lost its way between the FM lines, searching for behind. I am the hiss between the songs, the shadow in the sound, the only silent gravity that's keeping me aground while the world is singing loud in a key I'll never know. I'm just a hollow echo in a flickering lo-fi show. Tuning into nothing, let the signals wash away in the quiet interference at the ending of the day. Fragmented words are falling like the ashes of a flame. A million different stories, but they all sound just the same. Outside the window, life is just a blurry high-speed reel, spoken in a language that I've long forgotten how to feel. The static is a blanket shielding me from all the light in the vast and lonely ocean of a television night. Turn it up or turn it down, the silence stays the same. A whisper in the wires that has never had a name. Trying to find a broadcast that can tell me where I am, but I'm just a glitch within a grand electric dam. I am the hiss between the songs, the shadow in the sound, the only silent gravity that's keeping me aground while the world is singing loud in a key I'll never know. I'm just a hollow echo in a flickering lo-fi show. Tuning into nothing, let the signals wash away in the quiet interference at the ending of the day. Signal lost, signal gone, but the noise goes on and on. In the space between the stations, I am finally at peace, waiting for the electric hum to bring me some release. Just a faded signal drifting in the dark, without a single home, without a single spark. Silver rivets cutting through the ink black tide, above the heavy current where the secrets hide. The tires hum a low frequency lullaby against the steel blue canvas of a silent sky. For a moment all the gravity begins to fail. We're soaring on a path of cold electric grail. No destination, just a suspension of the soul, watching the river swallow every dead and toll. The iron ribs are breathing beneath this moving frame, turning over pages that no longer have a name. Crossing the edge of a world that's turned to stone into a kingdom, where I'm finally alone between the north and south, a bridge of hollow steel, losing the memory of how a heart should feel. Weightless in the center of a rolling dark sea for 3 seconds. The city has forgotten while the cold wind whispers of the bitter things. The water is a mirror for a distant lonely spark. Scattered diamonds drowning in the vastness of the dark. I'm caught within the silver of a silent transition, fading from the map with a desperate precision. Don't reach the shore too soon, let the arc remain a fragile sanctuary from the city and the pain. The expansion joins accounting every breath I take in the quiet ripples that the midnight shadows make. Crossing the edge of a world that's turned to stone into a kingdom where I'm finally alone between the north and south. A bridge of hollow steel, losing the memory of how a heart should feel. Weightless in the center of a rolling dark sea for 3 seconds. The city has forgotten me. Back to the pavement, back to the solid ground where the heavy silence is the only sound. Beyond the river, back into the maze, lost in the rhythm of the silver electric haze. Weightless and falling, falling then gone. Counting tungsten pulses on the ceiling of this car. A rhythmic stroke that's pulsing like a distant dying star. 1 for every secret, 2 for every silent tear. A gold-plated history that's whispering in my ear. I'm leaning on the velvet, surrendered to the flow. The only soul in motion with nowhere left to go. It's a syncopated heartbeat in a world of charcoal gray, chasing all the memories that we slowly threw away. The shadows dance in cycles, perfectly aligned, leaving all the heavy thoughts 1,000 yards behind. Oh, the rhythm of the light, the interval's so sweet, keeping time with every heart that's bitter on the street. Passing through the amber frames, a temporary glow, watching how the empty spaces start to grow and grow. It's a beautiful indifference, a steady golden beat, while I'm just a ghost haunting the passenger seat. The driver's humming softly to a song I'll never find, a melody of static for the ones we left behind. Every pole we're passing is a second stripped away from the fragile architecture of a wasted Saturday. Don't look into the darkness, just focus on the gold. The only kind of comfort that a lonely heart can hold. Light, dark, light again, a cycle with no end, searching for a silhouette that's more than just a friend. But the intervals are heartless, they never skip a pace. They don't care about the sorrow written on my face. Oh, the rhythm of the light, the just a ghost haunting the passenger seat. Flicker, fade and follow through the night so hollow. In the rhythm of the amber I am finally free. Just another shadow that the city couldn't see. Light, dark, light again until the very end. Crimson numbers flickering in the velvet gloom. A lonely pulse inside this rolling silent room. Calculating sorrow by the mile and by the street. Tracing every failure on a digital sheet. I'm just a balance it's never gonna clear. Paying for the silence that I've held so dear. Flowing through the shadows, the price is getting high. Underneath the heavy in the hollow sky. Every turning digit is a bridge I've crossed. Counting up the seconds and the pieces I've lost. It's a digital heartbeat, a cold and steady friend, leading me slowly to the very dark end. No rhythm in my soul, just a rhythm in the fair. Floating through the city like I'm made of empty air. Keep the engine running, let the tally grow into a death that only ghosts could ever know. The window is a screen playing a movie I've seen, about a lonely man and the spaces in between. The driver's neck is stiff, a pillar made of stone, while I am in the back, more than just alone. We're trading our time for a pocket full of rust, turning every memory to digital dust. Don't look at the screen, don't look at the cost. When you're already broken, when you're already lost, just listen to the hum of the tired machine. The only honest thing that I've ever seen. It's a digital heartbeat, a cold and steady friend, leading me slowly to the very dark. No rhythm in my soul, just a rhythm in the fair. Floating through the city like I'm made of empty air. Keep the engine running, let the tally grow into a death that only ghosts could ever know. Number by number, the night is getting thick. Pay the price and step out. Do it fast and quick, leaving only shadows and a digital stain, until the only thing that's left is the rain. My forehead's pressed against the freezing pain, watching the world dissolve inside the rain. I'm breathing ghosts onto the window shield, tracing the fractures that will never be healed. The driver looks but only sees a space, hollow shadow with a nameless face. I'm fading out like ink on a sodden page, a silent bird within a rolling leather cage. The city lights and needles in my eyes, tearing through the fabric of my thin disguise. I'm reaching out for something I can't hold, shivering in a world that's turned so cold. The street lamps flicker like a failing heart, watching every memory just fall apart. It rips me open when no one knows I'm there, just a heavy silence in the midnight air. I'm an empty seat, the ghost of a man, crumbling slowly like a broken plan. The wheels keep turning, the world stays loud, while I'm just a vapor lost inside a cloud. Yeah, it hurts to breathe in this quiet, lonely war, knowing I don't matter to anyone anymore. I write your name upon the fogged up glass and watch the blurry bitter memories pass. But even the letters start to weep and slide, just like the hollow ache I keep inside. The wiper blades are screaming at the sky, a rhythmic mourning as the hours go by. No one's waiting at the end of the line, no porch light burning, no welcome sign. Maybe I should scream until the glass begins to break, but silence is the only choice I ever seem to make. The air is getting thin, the leather's getting cold, the story of a shadow that will never be told. Stop the car or let it drift into the sea. It makes no difference to a ghost like me. It rips me open when no one knows I'm there, just a heavy silence in the midnight air. I'm an empty seat, a ghost of a man, crumbling slowly like a broken plan. The wheels keep turning, the world stays loud, while I'm just a vapor lost inside a cloud. Yeah, it hurts to breathe in this quiet, lonely war, knowing I don't matter to anyone anymore. Hollow, hollow, just a trace, vanishing without a grace. 0.1, 0.2, everything is gray and nothing is true. Just a stain on the window, fading out of sight until I'm swallowed by the morning light. Oil on the pavement and neon stain. I'm counting shadows inside of the rain. A million colors, but none of them mine, just to slowly get the end of the line. I'm looking for a man that I used to be, but there's only a stranger staring at me. A rainbow in a puddle of dirt, a little beauty to cover the hurt. I'm reaching for a face I don't know, watching the bitterness start to grow. How can I love this ghost of a man, breaking the pieces of every plan? I'm a house with no lights, an unwanted guest with a hollow rib cage inside of my chest. Yeah, the city is shining a beautiful light, while I'm just a stain that the rain won't dry. I don't love the one broken drum. Broken drum. The taxi is drifting, a ship made of glass, watching the ghosts of my younger self pass. He looks so certain, he looks so brave, while I'm just a slave to the things I can't save. Every drop on the window is heavy as lead, counting the words that I should have said to wash me away or turn me to stone. I'm tired of being so deeply alone, with a man I don't like, in a life I don't want, in a past that continues to haunt. How can I love this ghost of a man, breaking the pieces of every plan? I'm a house with no lights, an unwanted guest with a hollow ribcage inside of my chest. Yeah, the city is shining a beautiful light, while I'm just a stain that the rain won't dry. I don't love the one that I've become, I'm just a beat on a broken drum. Shadow of me. Copper coins cold in my hand, a quiet deal on this frozen land. Leather sighs as I start to rise, no more secrets, no more lies. The air outside is sharp and thin, where does the morning air begin? I'm leaving the sea, I'm leaving the warmth, heading out to the bitter north. The latch was ice against my skin, let in the silence of the city in one small slip of paper, a thin receipt, tracing the miles on this lonely street. The fare is paid, the debt is clear, nothing is left for us to hear. I'm just a shadow on the gray concrete, back to the rhythm of my own 2 feet. Everything's empty, everything's still, a lonely walk up the quiet hill. The meter is 0, the night is a blur, nothing remains of the things we were. The driver is gone, a silver machine, a witness to everywhere I've been. No words were traded, only the cost, counting the hours that I've already lost. The asphalt's hard, the sky is a lead, thinking of words better left unsaid. Don't look back at the marks on the road, leave the stories and the heavy load. The iron is sleeping, the journey is done, under a sky that is finally won. The fare is paid, the debt is clear, nothing is left for us to hear. I'm just a shadow on the gray concrete, back to the